No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Aggies offense will have the first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big...
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. The tap. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Fights off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7. There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams really good.
It's a seam wide open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. Punt is on its way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They'll give it to the back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Peace. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. The give out of the gun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Leaves it with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Aggies! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They want to run this quarterback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds a man on the left. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Auburn lines up quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Really no drama at all to making that call and going for it on 4th down, and they make it pay off.
No drama. It'd be drama if you didn't go for it. If you were that big of a scaredy cat and you didn't want to go for it on 4th down, you need to find some other game to play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw's playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Sam Houston. Conference USA.
Turning it on! Gets it past the marker. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to throw again. Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he made the grab with enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at second and 7. Off play action. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Now adjusting. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Well, no surprise to see the special teams, but you thought it might be the punter. Instead, here comes the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Peace. They'll immediately call timeout. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take another shot here. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Trying to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Aggies will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end.
Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Punts it out of the air. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Tiger. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way. But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The running back has it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Creates a little space. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll run it from the gun. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's a draw. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stumbled to the ground.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The inside handoff. Quick spin on the run. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this all...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put... Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fitted in the window for the score. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
And the seam on the back. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.